Hope they don't give me a copyright strike. Anyway, this is Influence. Today I got Agent Knight Autobot, which is their Knight Rider and Transformers collabo, I guess. And off the back, this is a great vehicle. Robot I don't like as much, but I think everybody gets this because of this mode, which is really great. And actually the robot isn't that terrible either, and it's nice transformation, and it has batteries and does some stuff. So let's just get into this.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
Here's the car. Got the Autobot symbol down here. That's where a lot of electronics are, so it does look kind of weird. Subscribe down there, but I'm cool with it because when it's on the ground, it doesn't really show that much. Definitely have all the makings of Kit. One of the things I can say is it does not sound like Kit at all, and to me, a little bit. It sounds a little bit like Kit. I don't know if the guy, if they could have got the original guy. I don't even know who the original guy was. I don't know if he's passed away, or maybe he didn't want to do it, or maybe he's getting up there in age. I can imagine. But they should have did an AI of his voice, but maybe they can't use his voice either. So let me just show you real quick the before I get into accessories, just everything he does with the electronics. So there's a button here. It takes LF44s, I think, or LA44s. It'll be a link in the pinned comment in the description. Get them. So that's cool.
So you're sure this is the right way? Very well. Thank you, sir. I am the voice of Knight Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference. KIT if you prefer. Hold on, this could be a bit bumpy.
That's my favorite when it's just the lights going back and forth. I could do without the voice. I think that's it. And I also like that it goes off by itself. I guess it cuts itself off. You'll probably hear it. Let's get into all his accessories. So he stores his accessories. He does have a watch accessory because it's supposed to turn into Michael Knight. And it has two guns that store under here, and it just has a tab that you can use to store under there, and this has the same tab on both sides that you can use. I think you can store it like this or the other way. It's up to you. And the watch can be on him doing transformation, but it comes separate. So I'll show that when I turn him into a robot. Guns are, I guess, whatever. Just black plastic, nothing spectacular. The second one, same.
Kit signing off.
That's what he does when it's time. Directions were fine. I got through it with the directions. Box, I love the box because it's reminiscent of the old school figure box. Got the back of it, tech specs, and all of this. My favorite, the pictures on the box. It's what I mimic my collection after. Got the 40 years here, and it also has this inner piece that I do like. It's like a bubble pack. It was reminiscent again of old school Transformers. This is a pretty basic transformation, but what I love is usually when you transform, especially the mainline figures, when you try to go back, it's not as tight. This car is like really solid, which is something that taking out the package, I was like, oh, this car is solid. Even with some of the cuts, you wouldn't be able to tell. seeing all this is kind of I wish they would have tinted the windows, maybe tinted them maybe light gray or black or something. I'm not sure if I like this clear, because you can see everything that's in there. That's the only thing that would tip you off to it being a transformer. But other than that, like I was saying, it's really solid. Pieces don't come apart. Stuff is really tabbed in well, and even after transforming this a few times, I could still get it back. I was scared that I wouldn't be able to get it back to really the tight version of this car, because I do want to display it as the car. But let's get into transformation, like I was saying. So you got two tabs that tab into here. This transformation again is not hard. His arm does fall off on this side, I believe, a lot, and I don't like it. It just comes off the ball joint. It's on the ball joint there. So then you just pull up this. Same thing, move this out. There's a tab there that tabs in there, and then you can move. And that's the key right there. When you move this up so far, it's only supposed to be moved to there. You can't really move it no farther on that ball joint. So when you try, it does get kind of out of whack. See, it happens constantly too. One of the reasons I don't want to transform this thing. So then you can kind of pull this, open the doors. It's just a tab there that's tabbed in there. Not even really tabbed in. It's just a blocking tab that blocks it from opening. Then you can move this a little out here and move that out like that. Then this starts to move around. Now you want to open up the bottom part of the legs and then just move this out like that. And you can split and close these if you don't already, almost automatically. And you spin this around like that, and this ends up being the front. Then you can move these feet up, then the toe, foot up, then the toe, and there you go with the feet. And this is pretty intuitive. The whole transformation is pretty intuitive, but right here you can push down and it goes all the way down, and then there's a tab here that you can tab this in. Try to get all the way in, so then it makes it really flat. Now his head was pretty tight the first time I did it, but you can just move this up like that, spin it around, move it all the way up. Now his head goes into this space. You can move this back like that just to give you room. And this is supposed to go all the way down here. This little tab as you push this down in the back. So if you can get it like that, you see kind of goes in that space. It doesn't really tab into that space. It just, and you'll hit that thing. So then as you push this down as far as it goes, gonna kind of, there you go. And you see how that goes there. And then you just start to see the figure come into form. Move this down, move this up kind of, and then goes down, and move this till it's anatomically correct where you can bend the elbow. And there you go. Oh no, I said there you go, but you can move this down here. I thought this tabbed in somewhere, but there's no place for it to be really. So I just put it down here like this. I think there's no place. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any place for it. So you just stick that there, and then these can go, I guess, like that. That's how it is on the thing. And there you go. I do like this blue. I like his face. I have nothing to compare it to except for David Hasselhoff, I guess. But then you can put these in. They just have 1/4 or 5mm pegs. There you go. His proportions are off a little bit to me. They're kind of weird, but I mean, he's a robot, so and you do kind of have to angle it because it has a tendency to seem like it's pointing down if you have it straight up and down. So I kind of angle the legs back on a bend like that in order to get this right. So you see him hold his stuff. His head goes down about like that, goes up, way up, and it can spin all the way around. Arms can spin all the way around, but it does hit the doors. It goes up, not that far. It goes up to about, I think it's supposed to go farther, I'm not sure. It goes up to about there, and then if you do any more, it comes off the ball joint. As you see, it does have a split bicep joint right there, and arms get a little more than 90. Hands go in a lot, and they move around 360 and they're just fixed. Waist swivel is 360. No ab crunch. Legs, he definitely does the hurdles and the splits, I believe. The wayward splits. So he's a gymnast when it comes to body. No skirts to speak of. 90 degrees on the knee. Doesn't have, no, it's not double jointed. So yeah, you only get the 90 degrees. You got the swivel built in up here. Then the toe, you have toe tilt and some toe up. And you have a rocker about that much. So that's good. I think that's enough. And these doors also you can get them wherever you want. I do like the design, even though it's not my favorite looking thing, but I kind of like the design, and also the car. The car is cool, of course, because that's why I got it. All right, so thanks for watching this review, and I will get up with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.